Let's talk a little bit about cheap knives. Oftentimes we spend a lot of money. You know, those expensive knives, I've done it. Spend a couple $100, $300. Some people spend more. But cheap knives are always sometimes cool. Now, this here, the Pakistan Damascus thingy, and somebody gave that to me, is just a gift. I mean, a knife they didn't want, and I just thought that was pretty neat. You know, I mean, it's not a real good quality knife. But you know, it's well put together. You know, the craftsmanship's nice. It's got a history to it. You know, it's just to me, things like that are just cool. I mean, it's not something that it's just something I collect. You know, I save. And it's got, you know, who knows when it was made. You know, it could be 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's just another cheap knife. It just has a little cool factor. Here's another one. You know, somewhere in Pakistan, somebody sat there and made that. And that's pretty cool. You know, I mean, they just, you know, they ground it down or however they do it over there, and you know, probably around 85, maybe 90s. I don't know. It's hard to do research on these. I never was able to find out that much about them. This thing here, it's huge. It's another cheap knife. I mean, it's solid. I'm already getting some rust on it. It's a $20. This is the Timber Rattler. It's a solid piece, but you know, I dropped it, and it actually took the point off. I dropped it on hit a rock, and it took the point off the thing. But again, it's a $20 knife. I mean, it weighs like, 2 pounds or something. It's huge. It's got a thick spine. But, you know, and it has a cool factor. I don't know what I'll do with it, but could use as a boat anchor if I keep breaking the points off of them. This one, I've had this for like 20 years. I bought this about 18, 20 years ago. And this is the Smith & Wesson Texas Hold'em Bowie. And actually I paid $20 for it back then. And it has held up pretty well. I don't know if it's full tang or not. I've done some grinding on the handle and playing with it. And I don't know if it's full tang. It's a solid piece. I used to have it sharp enough where I could shave the hair off my arm, but I think those days are gone. But anyway, I rearranged the sheath a little bit, played with it. But it just, you know, just some of those things. They're just, you know, cheap, inexpensive knives. They have a history. They have a cool factor. And, you know, you can't dismiss them because they're not like $200, $300 knives or $100 knives or whatever. They're just, still, somebody made them. They're kind of cool.